are the Jeep Gladiator Aftermarket tires wearing compared to some of the others? Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive JT. Real quick, if you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button today, and don't forget to smash that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at how the Jeep Gladiator Aftermarket tires, in this case, Falken Wildpeak AT3Ws, are actually wearing as compared to some of the others that I have. Now, we've also got Randall's Jeep Mojave to take a look at those as well. He has by far the most miles of all of the trucks that we're going to look at. So we're going to start off with the Jeep Gladiator that I have, and this is a 2020 Jeep Gladiator Sport S. And I have a little card you may see me looking at. It's the miles. I've written them all down so I know what they are, so I can be honest with you guys and let you know how many miles are on all of these different sets of tires. So first of all, starting with my Gladiator, it has 3,809 miles. Not a lot, it's just a baby. Now, how I'm measuring this, I have a tire gauge here. This actually is Randall's, to go ahead and stick in the tread. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're just going to measure the fronts, I think, for this video. And it measures in 30 seconds and millimeters. We're going to look at 30 seconds. And you just pick a spot where there's tread, obviously, which is hopefully most of your tire. Push that gauge down, and that's it. Pull it out and take a look. And it looks like for mine, it's about 11. You guys can see that. It's about 11 30 seconds. Yeah, it's not a whole lot. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. There's not a lot of wear on these tires. Now, for comparison's sake, let's go up here to the Tacoma. This truck and these tires actually have 954 miles on them. So definitely not a ton. They are different tires. These are BF Goodrich KO2s, and you can see just as aggressive or more aggressive than what's on the Jeep. But let's go ahead, do our same test here. Stick this down in the tread area, push it down firmly. And this one comes out to be, let's see, find the right one, right about 15, if you look there, right about 15, 30 seconds. So we're about, 4 30 seconds more than what we have on my Gladiator. Now, let's move on out. We're going to check a stock tire. Of course, the new Ram that I have has stock tires on it. These are actually Bridgestone Duelers. And you can tell the tread work in these is obviously a lot less aggressive than what is on my other two vehicles that I have sitting here. So let's go ahead. This truck, actually, it's brand new, basically. Has 250 miles on it, so it's more of a baby than the Tacoma. So let's go ahead, stick our gauge in here. There we go. I don't know why I hold it. It's not like you have to hold it. This, and these are stock tires, has about 10, it looks like. 10, maybe a hair over 10, depending on which part of the gauge you look at. But 10 30 seconds, so 1 30-second less than what the more aggressive ones are on my Jeep Gladiator. Now, let's take a quick run out. We're going to look at my wife's truck, or Jeep rather, sitting out here. She does have Falken Wildpeaks as well. I'll be very curious. Hers always look more aggressive to me. I don't know why. They're the same size. But this truck, or Jeep I should say, I don't know why I keep calling it a truck. This actually has, let's see, 4,592 miles. There's the tread pattern. Let's pick a spot. I think that looks pretty good. And see what we come up with. Looks like about 16. So even though these are the same exact tire, they have 16 30 seconds, the most of any that I have. might be actually just a slight touch lower than 16, but pretty darn close. So I don't know. They seem to be wearing better on hers, even though she has more miles on her Jeep Wrangler than I have on my Jeep Gladiator. Now, let's take a look at Randall's. You've got how many miles on this truck?
26,375. 26,375.
Okay, and you're running Falken Wildpeak AT3Ws, and they're an LT 285/70R17. And it comes up to be 1330 seconds. 1330 seconds.
I want to say the thing's new, and we'll have to check, but I want to say they are 1730 seconds new.
Okay.
So it's used 430 seconds, 2/16, eighth of an inch, in 26,000 miles.
Not too bad.
And these things should go at least 40 before you're not going to have enough traction to get out of anything.
Okay.
And you could go a long way if you went down to what the state will allow for, just you can go down to 230 seconds.
There you go. You can get an idea of how they're wearing, I suppose. I do find it rather odd that my Jeep Gladiator actually has less depth available than what her Jeep Wrangler had. I'm really surprised. I mean, in just looking at them, and I know you can't really judge by looks, but they do look like they have less tread on them than hers. I mean, if you look at the depth for what you can see with the naked eye there, let's take a real quick look. You just saw that. A real quick look again at hers, and hers just look more aggressive to me. I'm not exactly sure why. These are the AT3Ws, but look at the difference. I mean, you can really tell that there is for sure a difference in hers as compared to mine, even with the naked eye. Very odd. Now, I do realize, of course, that there are tolerances, and there is going to be a variance, if you will, between each tire. I mean, you can pull two off the rack, and they're probably not going to be the same. But still, that's a pretty big difference, in my opinion. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Randall is happy with his. You saw how his are wearing and what kind of depth is left on his. I think they're doing pretty good, the Falken Wildpeaks, that is. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the KO2s here on the Toyota Tacoma. Real quick, again, if you haven't, please smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And leave me a comment. What do you have on your Jeep Gladiator and how are they wearing? Are you happy with them? I'd be curious to know. Real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive FST, all about full-size trucks. And Rob Motive, all about my 2021 Toyota Tacoma. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.